Now, more than 30 people have reportedly been killed in a blast at a coal mine in a rebel-held area of eastern Ukraine. Dozens of miners are still thought to be trapped underground. This mine in particular has a history of fatal accidents. Still no clear confirmation yet on just what was behind the blast. To find out a bit more about what's happening there, let's bring in our Gulliver Cragg now in Kiev. Gulliver, what more can you tell us?
Well, the so-called Interior Ministry of the so-called Donetsk People's Republic, the separatist authorities, if we can call them that, is still not confirming the death toll. They say only one miner is confirmed dead, but they did say that that might evolve. And there are two separate sources talking about either 30 or 32 miners having been killed. That's a miners' union and one of the rescue workers. The rescue operation is still going on. More than 200 miners were underground at the time of the blast, more than 50 of them in the area directly affected by the blast. A lot of them have managed to come out. I think more than 100 have managed to come to the surface alive, but it's still not clear how many will manage to make it, and whether or not they are really trapped, or whether it's just taking time to get them out. What the authorities, if I can call them that again, in Donetsk have stressed is that this was an accident. It was an explosion not in any way related to any shelling or to any military activity. And that's probably true, since, as you said, this mine has a very, very bad security reputation. As it goes deeper, more and more methane builds up in this mine due to the geological conditions there. And miners' union leaders in Kiev have already warned that the conditions in the area controlled by the separatists are probably not very propitious to ensuring the security and safety of mines, and of this mine in particular. But that was already the case before. Perhaps in 2007, 100 people died in an explosion in this particular mine, and that was just the worst in a whole series of accidents.
Gulliver, this accident comes now almost 3 weeks into this ceasefire deal that seems to be holding so far, but there have been some new incidents of fighting today. Tell us about that.
Well, the Ukrainian authorities continue to use the terminology, the ceasefire is broadly being observed, but with numerous violations. And I guess that's accurate. In the last 12 hours, the Ukrainian side have noted 12 violations by the separatists. And I think that they they shoot back when they get shot at by the separatists' artillery, at least in some cases. These violations were mainly in the form of attacks on the Ukrainian-held villages north and west of Donetsk, Avdiivka, Pisky. People I know in Donetsk are reporting hearing artillery fire this morning in the city, and also on the coast near Mariupol, the village of Shirokina, 20 kilometers east of this big port city of Mariupol, is still the target of artillery fire. Yesterday there were artillery rounds and also small arms fire around Shirokine. Apparently the village, though, is almost uninhabited now. Everyone who lived there has left.
Gulliver, thank you. Gulliver Cragg reporting from Kiev.